Hello and welcome to World Psycho News at 8. I'm Jinsu Chung. Our top story today. American psychologist John B. Watson started conducting a psychological experiment and announced it yesterday. People have claimed to call it the Little Albert Experiment. Watson, who was praised for his psychological school of behaviorism, had also announced a bold statement.
Give me a dozen healthy infants, well-formed in my own specified world to bring them up in, and I'll guarantee to take anyone at random and train them to become any type of specialist I might select. Doctor, lawyer, artist, merchant chief, and yes, even beggar, man and thief, regardless of his talents, penchants, tendencies, abilities, and vocations, and race of his ancestors.
Though Watson had only done research on animals, he claims that he can form an infant into any type of person. He estimates that his research will be done in about 2 months. More on that once. Hello and welcome to World Psycho News at 8. I'm Jinsu Chung. 1 month ago, American psychologist John B. Watson stated that he can form an infant into any person he wished. His experiment, the Little Albert Experiment, however, was terminated. His subject, Albert, was taken from the hospital at which Watson was doing his experiment. Fortunately, Mr. Watson will be joining us tonight by the phone. Mr. Watson?
Yeah, Watson here.
I'm Jinsu Chung.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too. Well, first things first, could you tell us a little about yourself?
Sure. Well, I'm John Broadus Watson, born January 9th, 1878. I am a psychologist. I graduated from the University of Chicago in 1903. And I don't like to brag, but I entered college at 16 and got my master's degree at 21.
Thank you. Now, could you inform us on the Little Albert Experiment? What exactly did you do?
Well, we started out by choosing our subject. We chose a 11-month-old baby from a hospital. To check if he was suitable, we tested him if he had any fears of some sort. So we put various things like rats, rabbits, dogs, and monkeys, and it turns out he had no particular fear. After we got Albert, what we did was we put Albert in a room and we gave him a white lab rat. He wasn't scared of it, so he played around with it. Albert showed a liking towards the rat, so we used the rat for most of the experiment. A few days later, when Albert was playing with the rat, I would make a loud noise behind him whenever he got close to the rat. And we did that for a few days. And later on, when we put a rat in, he wouldn't go close to it. We thought it was a complete success, but then when we put in a brown rabbit, he would be afraid of it. And when we saw that, we assumed Albert was afraid of fur.
I see, so it didn't turn out as successful as you thought.
No, actually, it didn't, yeah.
So then, why did the research stop?
Well, the main reason was because we don't have the subject anymore.
Could you elaborate?
He just left. Someone took him from the hospital.
Ah, I see. But a month ago, you said that this experiment would take at least 2 months. What were you gonna do with the remaining month?
We were gonna desensitize the baby, meaning, we were gonna get rid of his fears.
How are you gonna do that?
Well, the first way was that we were gonna give him milk or candy when the rat came out so that he would like the times when the rat was around. If that didn't work, then we would stimulate the erogenous parts while the rat was present. And lastly, if that didn't work, then we would make him do activities with the rat.
But you weren't able to do that.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. I hope things work out for you. Well, there you have it. A somewhat successful experiment that was stopped in midway. Next, we have Larry for sports. Larry?